And now, the best 60-ish seconds of your week. It's summertime and time for the vaunted summer reading list. And I want to begin with a Pennsylvanian because I happen to be one. Robert Morris, the financier of the American Revolution, who actually pledged his life, his fortune, and his sacred honor because he went to debtor's prison at one point after having financed the American Revolution. A signer of both the Declaration and the Constitution, Robert Morris will always be remembered as one of the people that put together the financial system of the United States of America. A great capitalist, a great college named after him right here in Pennsylvania, a great read by Charles Appleby, Robert Morris. And while you're at it, Alexander Hamilton, American. Now, the Ron Chernow book is better known because a famous Broadway play came after that, but this is Richard Brookshire's really excellent book on Alexander Hamilton, a little shorter read, one you'll like to take to the beach or up to the mountains with you. And while we're talking about Pennsylvanians, how about The Pennsylvanian, the biography of Joe Grundy by Anne Hawks Hutton, famous Pennsylvania historian. Anne Hawks Hutton's The Pennsylvanian, Joe Grundy, Senator Joe Grundy.
And one book that won't hit the bookstore shelves until early next year, you can read online this summer. And it's The Leech by my friend Nick DeIuliis. Nick is releasing a chapter a week this summer at nickdeiuliis.com. That's NickDeiuliis.com. You won't want to miss The Leech by Nick DeIuliis.
And since we all are interested in the White House and its occupants, the White House, the hidden White House, Harry Truman and the Reconstruction of America's Most Famous Residents. A really good read by Robert Clara if you're interested in the history of the most famous address in the world, 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. And one of the greatest occupants of that house, Ronald Reagan. I still believe that the best book on the attempted assassination of Ronald Reagan is Rawhide Down, but how do you beat Bill O'Reilly's Killing Reagan? Again, the story of the assassination attempt on Ronald Wilson Reagan. And because it's summertime, we have to talk about America's pastime, baseball, and the game inside the secret world of Major League Baseball's Power Brokers by John Passau, a really good read about the business side of baseball. And although I'm a little turned off by professional sports these days because of all the nonsense that goes on, it's still a good read. And so is Exposed, How Baseball Happened, the true story about what really began America's pastime before we got to the big moguls of current Major League Baseball. You know, a lot of folks want to know how I come up with the quotes that you get every morning. And the truth of the matter is, every Sunday I have a lot of fun going through many, many volumes of quotes, looking for the best ones for the week. And folks really seem to enjoy them. So if you want a little lighter reading, great quotes from great leaders, compiled by Peggy Anderson. This is a simple little book, but it's got some really good quotes in it if you're of such a mind. And for the more spiritually minded, I really would like to recommend A Year with C.S. Lewis, daily readings from his classical works by C.S. Lewis. One of the most noted Christian authors in the history of the world, C.S. Lewis. You can never go too far wrong. And finally, Forming Intentional Disciples, The Path to Knowing and Following Jesus. Written especially for Catholics, evangelicals, and mainline Protestants will enjoy it as well as I think would my Jewish friends. So, for now, that is your reading list for the summer. Take it to the mountains, take it down to the shore, enjoy, because for now, that is the best 60-ish seconds of your week.